All right. Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is your boy Norvell,
It's your boy Tunde.
and welcome to the City of Champions.
Speaking about who's doing it, did you see what Xbox just did?
Nigga, come on. You know I saw it.
So first,
Jesus.
I saw that shit late. Saw it late. And then
Garbage.
I want to say I saw it. Oh, okay. I saw it Friday night.
Okay.
When did it premiere? Like what? Wednesday, Thursday? Wednesday.
I forget when it aired, to be honest.
Whatever.
Uh, who cares? It wasn't memorable enough to even care about the goddamn I'm
So I saw it, and then Halo Infinite was the first game revealed.
playing.
I didn't like it too much. I didn't like it too much. There was definitely
I know, like it through mine.
there was definitely some games in there that I thought was like really dope.
Mm-hmm.
The one where it's split screen, I forget the name of it. The medium, where she was in the haunted house, and then you see the like demon dimension, and then our world, like
Right.
that was a really ambitious game, and I would like to see how that pans out. There was another one, the one where they were like twirling their straps and shit. I forget the name of that game. But, there was a few of them that I was like, okay, I see Xbox. And then, people have been really amped and juiced about Fable, but they did that thing where, you don't really know what you're getting.
Right.
I really hate
Like that.
That's something that really just annoys me, bro. Like, they really have put up a slide of a game, a title card, and then just be like
Cinematic trailer that felt like a better CGI Shrek, if you want to be honest about it. I mean, the fairy grenade by the frog, that was a very Shrek type, here's a fantasy. Psych! This is like, like it's just like, eh.
Shrek movie, to be honest.
What is that?
I think that was in the Shrek movie, to be honest.
Something like it definitely was. It definitely had Shrek-esque, reminiscent.
To me, it's really frustrating because that's like an age-old tactic where like a lot of people are talking about a certain game and they ain't got nothing ready, so they're like put together some CGI graphics and then a title card, and it's like, what am I getting into? I have no idea. What am I getting excited about?
Okay. Now, that was garbage. Like I said, I was expecting to be like, all right, let's check out this Halo Infinite gameplay, and I'm trying to like also establish in my mind that not every game is going to be photorealistic graphics, and that's fine. But I'm like, with certain things, like I do expect a bit of performance, and it's like they had it come out. It just looks like okay to start. Then they got kind of like, it's looking less and less impressive as the gameplay is going on. But I was mad about the fact that what do you call it? It didn't look like the shit that they're like claiming Xbox has the power to do. And granted, that doesn't necessarily fall within the console's realm. It falls within the developers utilizing the console's power to their advantage to render the game to look like how we want it to look. And it just didn't pan out. I was mad. You see the part where he was like, she was going up the elevator or whatever the hell that lift was. And in the distance, you saw clouds literally like popping in. I'm looking like, yo, shit, yeah, I saw that issue. Like, those are like small thick clouds. Like, we couldn't prevent that from like, but then at the end they went scramble. Oh no, that's not what we meant to do. What happened was this actually wouldn't run on the Xbox Series X. Just just to let you guys know, like why was it not run on that console? Like, you're trying to get people to get interested in buying your console, but it wasn't playing on that console they're gonna buy. Like, bro, that don't make no sense. It was I don't know, but I think the excuses were funny. It's not even a finished game. Like, it's supposed to come out in November. Like, how much more I got to work on this? Like, it's like the nigga on the basketball court putting up shots and missing. I mean, that was a practice shot. No, you trash, and that's what it's gonna be. It's just like, but man, I was mad. It was trash. Like, I mean, like I said, the game that looked the most impressive to me, and it was even that was a cinematic trailer, but the trailer looked good. It was State of Decay. State of Decay 3 looked dope. Like, it looked really like, this looks like, oh crap, like if you guys can get the gameplay look anything like the CG disc trailer, then we'll be working with something, because that's what I expected from next gen. Once again, I'm expecting like the games that the titles that I care for in particular, I want them to be photorealistic, unless it's something like, Spider-Man Miles Morales, which I don't think, Spider-Man Miles Morales, which I don't think it's going to be that, it's going to be great looking, but not photorealistic because it's, it's based off a comic book. So, but from what I've seen, that looks dope. I love that Sony shut down the Xbox with that whole claim about them not having 60 frames per second, 4K. Like there's a performance mode for this. But somebody made a valid point saying like, with that being implemented, there may be like a drawback on like, okay, we have 4K, 60 frames per second that you get, but ray tracing may be turned off. Like that's fair. At that point, you make a decision what you care about more, and if you pick your performance mode based off of that, then the option. But the fact that they're like, we can do this shit, cut that out because you're trying to act like only Xbox is capable, but it's not the truth. We can do it too, and they did it. So,
but that kind of settings exist with computers too, and I think a lot of people aren't aware that because they think you got a computer, your shit running at 60, 4K resolution, when
right.
That's not necessarily the case. And typically the higher end, like the better your computer is, the better your performance output is. But like if you want something to run 4K resolution, you're taking a hit to frames per second because computers can clock in like 120, 180 depending on the processor.
Mm-hmm.
So when you push it in performance mode, shit lowers to 60. Shit lowers to like 30, 40 in some cases, depending on your build, so that you can get 4K resolution. And so, yes, things are definitely sacrificed. My thing is, in those performance mode, when things are sacrificed, will it overheat the PlayStation? Like, I think my concern is more so like, and this.
Repeat that one more time. Repeat that one more time. Will it do what, PlayStation?
Will it overheat the PlayStation? Is I'm curious about the hardware. Like, is Xbox? Is it run when? Because and I had this conversation with a friend. He was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be running at 120 because the Xbox and the PlayStation 5 keep saying that they're gonna run 4K 120. That's not gonna happen simultaneously. You're not gonna run 120.
No. And if it does, it's going to be a game that's like not that impressive. It's like a racing game, something that doesn't require that much. Like it's going to be something like that. Like they have that claim with other games. It's just
I was watching somebody because they were looking at the Xbox showcase, or I watched one of these reacts to the Xbox showcase, and they were like, "Who gets excited when they see race car games?" I want to meet the man who was like, "Oh my goodness." A new race car.
well, hold on. Let's take that. While I see complete, I agree with that entirely. There is an audience who looks forward to these games and are excited about it. I'm looking like because it looks like, of course, it looks dope. Because it's like it's a race car game. It's gonna look super polished and whatnot, and that's nice. The thing is, we're not their demographic, but apparently these motherfuckers got one because they keep on putting these games out. Like every generation, there's a Forza or a Gran Turismo that comes out that people obviously still buying. So I'm looking like I get it. Entirely agree with you.
How often do they iterate that in a generation? Like Forza. And maybe I'm not just aware of it, but like how many Forzas or how many Gran Turismos come out within the life cycle of a generation? Like you get one at the beginning.
Maybe one at launch, but usually it looks like what the games will probably progress a little, not all the time, but like it'll look like, visually impressive. Probably more than anything else that comes out at launch because that's a sustain for that entire generation down there. But you're right. Yeah, often it's come out.
So it's I'm just trying to see like I want to see some performance tests. I don't even know if that's scheduled or planned, but like if something is running in a performance mode, how like is the PlayStation going to handle it? Because people running Last of Us 2 on PlayStation 4, and their PlayStation is overheating.
Yeah,
sounds like a car.
Like I said, and that's exactly one of the reasons why I'm like, granted, I didn't particularly hold off on Last of Us 2 for that, but I think that now, seeing that that's been an issue, that's definitely adds like validity to my claim about like I want the new games that are coming out, but I'm going to wait for PS5 so that they actually have the hardware capable to keep the system cool and actually run how it's supposed to run. Because even if it's ported, it's still more capable of like performing without having an issue of overheating. I've heard many issues of like Ghost of Tsushima overheating, but I don't know how much strain that's been on the actual engine. But like I said, Last of Us 2, I definitely heard that it was like, man, this is like my PlayStation was almost blowing up or taking off because of the jet engine, whatever the crap that they make. That joke about the jet engines, the fans, but looking like if it's not made to handle it, then it's not gonna handle it.
So I'm confused because I'm curious because I know Ghost of Tsushima is a smaller file than Tsushima.
Turning to Wanda from goddamn 11 Color just now.
Ghost of Tsushima is a smaller file. I want to say it's like 50, 60 gigs. The Last of Us is, I want to say it's bigger than that. And I wonder why, because Ghost of Tsushima looks beautiful. Amazing.
Amazing.
It's amazing. I didn't expect it. So I watched a couple streamers play the first hour, and I did not intend on buying it. I was like, I'll wait. I watched them play the first hour, and I was like, this game looks fun. And I've been in a little bit of a rut in terms of playing video games. Like I play it, and I'm like, I'm bored. Ghost of Tsushima, I've been playing it for 5 days straight.
You bought it?
I bought it, and I have put it down. I've been playing ever since.
Really? I thought you were okay. Damn.
The story is good. The story is good. The combat is good. The open world is, it's open world. I'm not gonna say it's good or bad. It's just, what you expect in the open world. But for the most part, you just get lost in the combat sequences. You get lost in like sneaking up on people. You get lost in the story. Like, it's good. It's all around good. And then people keep saying that it's going to be game of the year. And I think it might be because Cyberpunk 2077 might come out too late to be considered game of the year. I think it's in the year. And so I don't know. But Ghost of Tsushima,
looks dope. Man, unfortunately, we have to wrap it up soon because I'm gonna relieve the wife to get ready for work. Keep on filming until like that when that minute comes. But yeah, man. I mean, let's talk about this before we officially log off or sign off. Pre-orders are something that is, that is like y'all are really pushing it down to the wire. I just now realized that's a Dragon Ball in your shirt. Nice. But I'm looking like, yo, you guys are like really, oh yeah, it's coming to holiday 2020, but we're trying to like still wait and see what the price is gonna look like. Like, man, come out with a price we can just know what to expect to buy versus having to like, brace ourselves. I feel like, yeah, we can. So I said it in my first episode of my happy place. Is that like we can, anticipate and like, pay out of pocket for it, like while saving on the low. But it's something that's a lot more satisfying by actually having the money in store on like the actual console for sure. That's like reserved for you. I'm looking like, dude, like make it available. Just something, man. Like this whole we're gonna wait for the price. I guess August. It's damn near August. Like, in the holiday November, like people ain't like, and we're still doing this shit in the pandemic. People ain't just like got the bread together like that. So if they need to like, go in and like, because you can have them like saved, and the fucking bill comes up that you were like, I gotta take care of this, and now it's like the money's gone. So it's just like, I don't know, that's freaking annoying. But released again the damn pre-orders and the prices already, so we can be on with our lives to get our systems secure for this holiday season. But I don't know what you think about that. I'm sorry, looking at my damn watch. I ain't got one.
My whole system, like, I'm gonna get a new TV. I'm honestly gonna just wait for Black Friday. It's gonna be my first Black Friday where I'm like looking and getting shit. Like a high-end TV. I had this TV, I want to say for like 3 or 4 years. Yeah, and I've been speculating on getting a new TV for a cool minute. Been doing my research, but I finally found the TV that I want to get, and I want to get sound.
What you going for, man?
It's an OLED, Samsung OLED, with VSync. So it determines what the frames per seconds are, and then it adapts to it. And so that's pretty much like a computer monitors technology.
Nice.
And so it'll help with like optimizing. So the screen will do its job in terms of optimizing your graphics, whereas like it'll take some of the load off the system. So that's what I'm about to get, but that's like 55 is like 3,000 or 4,000. Yeah.
God damn, we weren't playing. You said, yeah, but looked in the camera and stared like you goddamn right. Yeah, you doing that. That's a lot of money. Goddamn. Well, shit.
It is.
I've been trying to make the determination also. I don't my TV should be fine as of now, but same deal. Like looking at YouTubers like talking about what tech is gonna be best for like the next gen system. And one guy was recommending I think it was a LG like C10 something, but apparently it was like super dope and optimized, for the next gen console gaming. But I doubt that I get that anytime soon because my TV, is okay. It's just a 4K, nothing OLED or any of that stuff. But I do want that for the gaming though, for sure. So it'll be in due time. But unfortunately, it's gonna wrap it up for this particular segment, particular episode. Keep on saying that. Gotta stop using those filler words. But it's been a pleasure jumping on with you, fella, even if it felt shorted. It's kind of scrambling and figuring out life, but we'll definitely be in contact about figuring out, formats and stuff like that. I should be getting my phone. I don't know when it's gonna be announced next month. I'm not sure when it's gonna actually be released, but once it is released, you can leave the laptop, start filming from your iPhone, and we can have a better quality filming process altogether because I will have screen record for sure baked into my phone's hardware. So that'll be something that we can now, get rid of, and I can shoot and edit it from my phone. So there's no like, okay, Google Docs necessary, and let's just like sending the final footage to you before officially posting it. We'll be in a better position soon. So just bear with me as far as that. I know your camera quality you're not too happy with, but it looks good in the final render. But it can look and it will look a lot better once your phone is your main driver. So all right, you guys, is going to end it for the today's segment. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.